Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a favorites video, which I haven't done in like a year. And I want to get back into doing it, as I mentioned in the Q&A that I did with Amanda. So without further ado, I'm going to mention some of my new favorite products for September. Some of them I may have been using for a couple of months, but anyway, generally this is a September favorites, so we'll go with that. We're gonna start with two items that I'm actually wearing. So this sweater, my Striel sweater, this is from Saltwater Designs NL. It is a local clothing company here in Newfoundland with various sayings from here. There's ones focused towards like moms, there's onesies with like cute sayings about them like being crooked or annoying or whatever. Yeah, this one was my favorite. It says Striel on it. For those of you who don't know, a Striel is basically someone who looks untidy, unkept. Maybe you got yourself in a mess, you got yourself covered in ketchup and your hair is all blown up because you just left Cape Spear and you just look like a mess, so you're a Striel. And the Instagram post I was really happy with. I did a picture out in Greats Cove over the summer with my hair kind of blowing up in the wind everywhere because I looked like a Striel. Get it? So I was really happy with the way that picture turned out. So you may have already seen this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there already, my username or whatever is EA3680. It's what I came up with at the time. So yeah, it's definitely a very comfortable sweater. It was only $40 Canadian, which is super affordable. The only thing is, I don't know if it's because it's all black or if it's just like the sweatshirt has a mind of its own and it's like embodying the spirit of being a Striel, but it never comes out clean. I have to wash this like 2 or 3 times to get it like decently clean enough to wear it again. Brutal. I don't know if it's our washing machine, we've reduced the fabric softener in our dark loads and everything, and this one always comes out looking like a Striel. But other than that, it's really comfy, so I mostly just wear it around the house. But anyway, I love this sweater to death. And yeah, I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to her website down below. The other clothing item or fashion item that I want to mention is my earrings. I showed these in my Toronto haul. These are the Kate Spade studs. So these are what they look like. That'll focus, thank you. So they are like a silver plain rhinestone with an opaly paint splattered over the top. And yeah, I absolutely love them. I wear them all the time. So I picked up 4 new candles this year. It's been about 2 or 3 years since I've really stocked up on candles. And the fall candles are my favorite scents, personally. Fall is when I use candles the most. Basic, I know. Whatever. So the 4 new ones I got, I did post them on Instagram, but I did end up switching out one of the scents. So the one that I switched out was the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. When I got it home, I just didn't like the smell anymore. It was a bit too sickening, even though it wasn't that overwhelming in the store. When I brought it home, it was just still too sickly pumpkin-y. So I returned it and got another scent that I absolutely love from them, even though this is like in their fall like packaging of a candle. This scent you can usually get all year round. This is Black Cherry Merlot. So it basically has like a cherry almond, like a dark cherry almond scent. Not necessarily almond, I guess, but more that like that cherry, I think cherry almond when I smell it. But it's just like nice and fresh and fruity without being sickening in my opinion, and I absolutely love it. And it's not overpowering when you light it. Another one I got is a repurchase. My old candle is actually right here. So if you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll remember this one. Still trying to use that one up, but I did purchase a new one. This is the scent Autumn. It is my favorite fall scent by far. Most people like Leaves. I fell off the bandwagon with that one. Even though it's nice, I prefer this one. And I already own one that smells a lot like Leaves. It's actually burning in the back there on the desk. Pumpkin Apple is really similar smelling to Leaves. So I was like, well, there's no point in me buying Leaves because it smells just like Pumpkin Apple. Another repurchase of mine is one of my other favorites. I don't have the old one anymore, unfortunately. Gorgeous packaging a few years ago. But this is Marshmallow Fireside. Oh, it's just so cozy and sweet, but comforting, a little bit musky. It's perfect. I still love it. It's been years and I still love it. And the last one is another new candle purchase. This is Bourbon Maple. This one has a bit of a different lid to it. It just says Love Fall on it, which is kind of cheesy, but anyway. This one has like a real deep maple scent, essentially, but when you burn it, it actually smells a bit more like a caramel, which I really love. So I'm really happy with that one. Okay, now let's move on to beauty items. So I'm going to start with this little skincare item I got here. This was a new purchase that I picked up from an American website called Skin Store. This is actually a Canadian company that I found out about a couple years ago, but I haven't tried anything yet. And this is from The Ordinary. It's made by Deceim, D-C-E-I-M. I know it's like a bigger like skincare company, so it's kind of owned by them. But this is their niacinamide 10% and zinc 1%. High strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. So this is a serum. It's a little bit tacky, but not too bad once you get used to it. And I find this is really good for keeping the blemishes at bay. I haven't had any really big like cystic breakouts since I started using this. Been using it about 10 days, really loving it. And it's actually really affordable. It's only $8.97. That's pretty good. I also have a shampoo and conditioner here. I've been getting so many comments and compliments, not social media, but like in real life, about my hair looking a lot lighter. Like it looks like I've re-dyed it, and it's all because of this shampoo and conditioner that I decided to give it a chance, and I fell in love with it. This is from L'Oreal Paris. It's from their Everpure line, so in the really light metallic purple tubes. This is the Blonde shampoo and conditioner from their sulfate-free color care system collection. So it has the yellow caps, and these are the bigger ones. So these are the 30% bonus tubes, but there are smaller regular size versions of these as well. They have a really nice light floral smell, and they're both light purple. So it's kind of like an everyday version of using those dark purple filtering shampoos, and you don't run into as much of that risk of your blonde accidentally going purple for a few days because it's so light. Like there's only a little bit of purple in there. So when you actually squeeze these out of the tubes, they look really light purple. And yeah, it washes out well. The conditioner is decent for every day. I still like to go in with my color care mask once a week, but overall, I'm really happy with that shampoo and conditioner, and it's from the drugstore, so it's really accessible. So I highly recommend it. Moving on to a new scrub that I've fallen in love with. This is from the brand Tree Hut, and I purchased this at Walmart. I remember first learning about this brand through YouTubers years ago because this was available at Target in the US. So this is the Shea Sugar Scrub in the scent Almond and Honey. Yeah, it's like a gritty sugar scrub. It has like a really nice almond extract smell. I'm really into almond stuff lately. And yeah, this honey is like the sticky agent that keeps it all together. But I really like this because it rinses clean. It doesn't leave any residue of anything on the skin. So it's perfect to use before shaving or applying self-tanner, which I really like it for. And the reason I wanted to try drugstore scrub is because even though I've been using the Body Shop one for like 10 years, it's just kind of pricey. So I wanted to see if I could find a cheaper dupe. It also comes in a bunch of other scents. I don't know if any of those perform the same way that one does, but I really do like the Almond and Honey one. Then I've got two like body cream style products here. The first one is from Soap and Glory. I recently purchased a like mini Soap and Glory kit with a bunch of like smaller sizes of products because I wanted a small tube of hand food again, their hand cream, because I bought one in New York and I ran out. I didn't want the big tube, so I picked up a kit with a bunch of other products to try to see if I liked those, and I absolutely love this. This is the Righteous Butter Body Moisturizer. Really like this. This has been like a classic cult favorite for Soap and Glory for a really long time, and now I can see why. And I'm officially obsessed with the scent. At first, when I first like smelled it in person for the first time, I really wasn't sure if I liked it. But now I absolutely love it. So I use that a lot. And the other cream I wanted to show you here is actually from O'Keeffe's. This is Healthy Feet. This is like the best callus softener cream I've ever used in my life. This is my second time owning it. I did own a tube version of this a few years ago, but I haven't been able to find it. But yeah, this stuff is really good. Put it on like in socks overnight, and it just really helps keep your heels looking not white and cracked and disgusting. So yeah, really loving that stuff too. Moving on to foundation, I've got two foundations here to show you. The first one is the one I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing a lot throughout late August, early September since I picked it up. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Wear Foundation. I wear the shade R210, and it is about the same shade as the Warm 25 that I used to wear in the old Matte Velvet Plus. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you would know that the Matte Velvet Plus was like my ride or die foundation for years. loved it because it was the only thing that relatively stayed on my skin and in place with all that excess oil and sweat. Especially sweat. Can I say it's better than Matte Velvet Plus? I'm not sure yet, but I do really like the packaging. It makes it a lot easier to not waste any product. I don't have to cut my tube in half anymore, which is great. So yeah, I definitely do prefer that packaging. So that is great. The other foundation I have here is actually from CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I remember tweeting out a picture of this saying I was gonna do a first impressions video and it just never happened. Sorry guys. But yeah, I tried the shade L20 and I think it matches me pretty well. It's a little bit lighter than this one and the YSL that I own, but overall I can easily make this work, especially with bronzer over the top. But what I do find is it took me a while to discover that I liked it. It's better for shorter periods of time. I don't know if I would consider this like a super long wear in terms of like 12 hour, 24 hour, whatever. I would say this is more of like a 6 to 8 hour foundation or even less. I wore this out to supper with my mom the other night and it stayed perfectly in place. So for a couple of hours, it is a great foundation. So I have decided I do like it enough to show it. And yeah, if you're looking for a drugstore foundation try, I do like this one. This is kind of an in-between beauty product and you'll see why in a second. These are from Nature's Bounty and these are gummies. So these are hair, skin, and nails gummies with biotin. So I've been taking biotin now for a couple of months, I want to say, as a way to try and rehab my nails because all my life I've had really thin, brittle nails that looked horrible, basically. And yeah, I've been spending the past couple of months or late summer, early fall trying to grow these out. And fortunately, I've had really good success with it. They still feel a little bit flexible, but just to the point where it's comfortable. You know, they don't feel super duper hard, so they're easy to like manage and shape and stuff. But overall, I'm really, really happy with them. I don't want to show my nails too close, but I guess I should. Keep in mind, I haven't done any cuticle work or anything in the past couple of weeks, so they may not look the best, but you get the idea. I can't even think of the last time I actually had white tips on the end of my nails for more than 2 days before it breaks or peels, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've been having really good success with those. Skin wise, I'm not really sure. I'm using a bunch of other products too, so it's hard to say if they're helping my skin. And same with my hair. I mean, I'm using good hair products and I still treat my hair pretty good. I don't do a lot of heat styling. So it's hard to tell with that too. But with the nails, I'm really noticing it. I buy these big tubs of these gummies and I'll take 2 or 3 a day, depending on how bad my nails are. If I need to grow them back out, for example, I'll do 3 a day for a couple days, but usually I'll just take 2. This big bottle comes with 220 and I buy this at Costco. Can't remember how much it is at Costco, but I know it does work out to be a little bit cheaper. So if you try them in a smaller bottle and you like them and you find that they actually work for you, definitely recommend picking them up at Costco because they're a little bit cheaper there. Technically, it's a grouping of things, but one more like category, basically. And something I've really gotten back into is using my bullet journal. This is the one that is really popular in terms of which brand to get. It's the, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna put it across the screen, the German or Swedish one. I can't remember which country it's from. But yeah, basically I'm gonna show you a few close-ups of the pages that I got going for October. I did rip out a lot of my old pages and started from scratch when I picked up some new supplies to write with, and that's the last thing I want to show you. So the first thing here is a brush pen in black, more like a calligraphy style brush pen. So this is from the brand Pigma. It's in those beige cases or packaging. This is the brush from like the Pigma Micron collection. So I do have one of those too, but I was actually kind of disappointed by it. The nib on it, it's not the fully plastic one, and sure enough it did split after a couple of uses, so it's a little bit too fragile for my liking. I don't think I'll buy that one again, but I do really like the brush, so I'll show you how this one works. I'm not the greatest at calligraphy or anything, but I am practicing. And speaking of, you know, brush pens and everything, I did pick up some colorful like watercolor style brush pens to use in my designs. So these are really popular ones, and I can see why. These are the Tombow acid-free brush pens. So I have one like set of them that's pastel, and I picked up 3 other colors, and then there's a blending one as well. Not really using that one as much, but I'll show you the swatches that I have done up on a little key for myself of what all the colors look like, but I love these. They're dual-ended, so you get like a fine tip marker on one side, and then you get an actual brush, pen, and on the other. Those are my favorites for September, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you want me to continue getting back into the favorites videos. Don't forget to enter my 500 subscriber giveaway, which should be underway by the time this goes up. So yeah, that will be linked in the description below. I just realized I pointed at the ground, but you couldn't even see it. Description below for the link for the giveaway if you haven't entered already. And yeah, I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!